All right, ladies and gentlemen, first I want to thank you for listening to today's episode. My name is Elite Pierre. I am the CEO and co-founder of E2P Media. Definitely excited to have you listening on the show once again. Those of you who are avid listeners, those of you who have been following our podcast for some time now, thank you so much for your time and attention. It means the absolute world to us here at E2P Media. We got some great, exciting news that we want to announce today about, our new studio. So right now I'm recording from the new podcast studio, and what's super exciting is that we're opening this up to the community. So those of you who want to do a podcast, those of you who are interested in starting a podcast and you don't know quite how to do it and you don't know how to do it in quality, professional manner, we're going to assist you with that. So super pumped up, super fired up about that, ladies and gentlemen. We just want to give back and offer our community to the community, so to speak. So today's episode is going to be basically the announcement of the new E2P Media podcast studio. So you can join the community of podcasters here at E2P Media. We're located at 2237 Leap Hart Road, Suite B, West Columbia, South Carolina, 29229. So 29169. Sorry about that. Giving the wrong area code. Giving the wrong zip code. So if you're not familiar with where we are, you can always visit us at e2pmedia.com. And our location is in the footer of the page. And you can also go to the Contact Us page to get directions on how to get here. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're in or anywhere near the Columbia, South Carolina area, we would love to invite you out to our West Columbia office and give you a chance to kind of take a tour of the office, see the new studio, and actually record in our studio. If you're not in the Columbia area and you want to do a podcast, we do offer distribution services. So you can always submit your recordings, record with your cell phone, record with your home computer, buy a microphone from the local store and record at home, submit it to us, and then for a low fee, a very, very generous fee, ladies and gentlemen, or I don't want to say generous fee, but a very affordable fee, we will distribute your podcast out to iTunes, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, as well as the Google Play Store. So no matter what kind of device anybody is listening to podcast on, they'll be able to search, access, and subscribe to your podcast. So ladies and gentlemen, our wide range of tools here in the studio covers every step of the podcasting process. We'll record and distribute your podcast on the major platforms, as I mentioned, and provide analytics to you on your audience. So basically, we're going to give you the data on who's listening to your podcast, where they're listening from, so you can use that information in future promotions, future advertising, and kind of have some information that you can use to assess and get to know your audience better. At E2P Media, ladies and gentlemen, we offer a community recording studio now, effective December 2017, dedicated to the craft of audio storytelling. So we understand and believe that storytelling is one of the best ways to communicate your company's vision, your company's business, your company's mission, right? Instead of just writing it down, ladies and gentlemen, people want to hear from you. People want to hear your story, want to hear your thoughts, you want to hear your vision of the company. And the best way to do that, ladies and gentlemen, is to just tell the story. Now, we also understand that podcasting is becoming very, very popular because of the convenience and accessibility of the content. Voice, ladies and gentlemen, is taking over the digital tech, right? So we want to give every business owner in our network an opportunity to take advantage of that technology. Like I said, whether you're in Columbia or not, we want to support you in creating a podcast for your company. Once again, December 2017 is when it started. We opened our recording studio to the community to support the work of local audio storytelling enthusiasts. So our facilities feature a 2-person audio studio, right? You can do it by yourself. You can do 1 person, 2 people. We have 2 microphones set up, right? So we're always going to be recording on 1 or 2 channels. But of course, you can have a group in here. The room holds, a small team, right? You can probably get, 5, 6, 10 people in here, and then you can rotate out if you want to bring different people to the microphone, or if you want to, have 2 people share a microphone and just kind of lean in and speak. But it's a 2 microphone setup. All right. It features state of the art recording and mixing equipment. This is the quality of this recording right here, ladies and gentlemen. I know I keep hearing the pops. We haven't installed the pop filter in front of the microphone yet. So like literally, this is raw content with the quality of the microphone. I had to close the door because it was picking up the fish tank in the lobby. Like, that's how serious and how good this microphone is. Like, I was blown away when I hooked up the mic and I started recording for the first time. This is actually my second recording, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm kind of sharing the process at the same time that I'm sharing the story and kind of, letting everybody know about what's going on. This is literally a test recording of the equipment so I can see how good the audio is. So I was like, hey man, we might as well just go ahead and publish this as a podcast episode, literally documenting my process, ladies and gentlemen. So those of you who are business owners and you're not really sure if you should start a podcast, and if you do start a podcast, well, what are you going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? What do I have to say that people are going to want to listen to? Well, if you're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen, your passion, why you are doing your business, just tell the story of your process. Instead of trying to teach everybody one way to do it, I'm gonna give you 2 ways to do it. If you're already seasoned and you're well versed in your craft, right, you can do how-to podcasts. There's nothing wrong with that. You can do a teaching, informational, educational podcast. Now, a lot of us are brand new, right? We've never done this before. We're trying new things. We're new to entrepreneurship. There's nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. You can still start a podcast and just do documentation. You're documenting your journey. All you have to do is just come into the studio or grab your phone, open up the voice recorder, click record, and talk about the process. Talk about what you're going through, the vision that you have, the steps that you're taking, the obstacles and challenges that you're facing throughout the process of being an entrepreneur. And I'm telling you, if you do that, ladies and gentlemen, there's other people who are in your same shoes that are interested in what you have to say, right? And are interested in hearing your voice. And you can be an inspiration. You can build a community. You can create a following just by storytelling, ladies and gentlemen, and sharing your process. All right. So our facilities, like I said, state-of-the-art recording and mixing equipment. A classroom space. We have a classroom in the back for audio producers, so you can meet, and strategize and talk about the show. Maybe you want to sit and come in early before your scheduled recording time, and sit in the classroom and work some things out before your show. Work some things out after your show. Do like a after the show review and figure out, what could we have done better. We have that space available for our members, basically. So what happens is, ladies and gentlemen, you can rent studio time, right? It's only $50 an hour. So if you rent studio time here, we'll record the audio, and we'll give you a copy of your audio. Now, if you want us to publish the content for you, all you have to do is just become a member, right? It's $99 a month, and you get 4 hours a month of distribution, right? I hope that makes sense. You get 4 hours a month of distribution. Now, of course, if you're coming into the studio to record, that's going to be an extra $50 per session, right? But we're charging $99 to actually distribute, to master your audio, whether we record it here in the studio or you provided it to us. I'm talking about raw audio, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to master it. We're going to make it, give it its best quality, so it's podcast ready. We're going to edit it, and then we're going to publish it for you, right? It takes all the work out of your responsibility. All you have to do is just record it, provide it to us. We're going to turn it into a podcast, and we're going to distribute it to iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play Store, and SoundCloud, all for you. Now, that's what, $25 an hour for distribution monthly. Crazy, right? Now, if you want to do more than that, of course, $99, 4 hours is the minimum subscription for a membership. You can add to $25 an hour. You can do more than just one episode a week. The reason why it's 4 episodes a month, ladies and gentlemen, is because we want you to be pretty consistent it's important that you stay consistent with your publishing. If you notice, the E2P Media Business Talk Radio Show has a live show every week, and now we're actually going to be incorporating more episodes in between the live shows as well. So you want to publish as much content as you possibly can to keep your listeners engaged, right? You don't want to do any less than a week. We recommend at a minimum once per week. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. So again, we're going to distribute. The membership is $99 a month, and we're going to distribute your content out to all the major platforms every time you publish an episode or every time you submit an episode. All right. Our membership also provides independent producers with the time, the tools, and the community to make their show successful. So we're going to help you with that, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to help you every step of the way. Every time you come into the studio, we're going to have a staff here to assist you with the recording. All you have to do is just basically show up, and I'm going to get to that. All you got to do is show up. Show up with your idea, what you want to talk about. We actually give you a computer right in front of the station that you're going to be recording at, so you can log in, you can get online, you can get on your website or pull up a PowerPoint or a Word document that you want to basically use as show notes. However, whatever you need, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do our best. We have a printer right out in the lobby. We're going to do our best to make sure that we prepare you for success in anything that you need, right? So keep that in mind. It's not your average studio. We're here to support you every step of the way. All right, so the podcasting studio, like I said before, recording only is $50 an hour. If you want distribution services, is $99 a month. If you need to record vocal tracks, if you want to record interviews, Skype calls, at E2P Media, we have everything you need to produce high quality audio projects. All you have to do is walk in with an idea, walk out with the digital file, and publish that file to your audience, right? Whether you're hosting it on your website and you want to keep it for yourself, or maybe you're making you're just keeping the content for future references, or excuse me, or if you already have a podcast and you just want to record the content in a professional studio and then take that content back and publish it on your podcast, you can do that, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to. The membership is not, excuse me. The membership is not mandatory, right? It's optional. $50 an hour will allow you to come into the studio and record. And like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, our staff will assist you in starting and wrapping up your session. So we're here to assist you. Now, if you want more complex projects, we recommend that you bring an audio engineer with you to assist our staff with assisting you, right? If you want to get like real technical and real detailed, our staff is basically equipped to record and polish your audio for a podcast. It's not necessarily like a recording studio for artists, like music, instruments. We do have the capabilities. Now, don't get me wrong. We can do that. It's just not. It's designed for podcasting. That's our focus. All right. So we have. We're actually going to be publishing the frequently asked questions on the website e2pmedia.com/start your podcast with hyphens in between. Start-your-podcast. You can just go to e2pmedia.com. Click the menu at the bottom of the menu. It says "Start Your Podcast." We're going to be publishing the frequently asked questions probably within the next 24 hours. Just so if you're listening to this podcast right now, you can actually go there and check them out. If it's not there yet, it's going to be there in the next few hours. All right. And then let us know if you have any questions. If you have any questions about anything, you can email myself at elite, ELITE, at media.com, right? Just visit our website, e2pmedia.com/contact-us. Contact us. Once again, you can just go to the homepage, click the menu, click the contact us option, and just reach out, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, we're here to help. We're more than happy to assist you in your podcasting journey. Right. I do have one tech announcement that I want to that caught my attention, ladies and gentlemen, while I was doing my research today. just every time I do a show, I wanna like announce some news that's going on in the tech world that people might not know about. So I'm definitely excited about this because I am, and if you don't know, we're actually working on an Amazon Alexa skill. So we're working with Amazon. E2P Media is an Amazon. What's the word? We are an Amazon developer. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. So we are Amazon, and we are an Amazon developer. We're a corporate developer, and we are about to roll out very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Not developer, but Alexa skills for business. Alexa skills for business. So this is huge. This is huge, ladies and gentlemen. Now I know this is like another E2P Media announcement, but again, living in the audio space, ladies and gentlemen, we're excited to announce that we are going to be offering Alexa skills and Alexa flash briefing, which is an Alexa skill, right? It's just another form of a skill. They're pretty different. I don't want anybody to get that mixed up. An Alexa skill is like an action. Alexa briefing is just information, right? But Alexa skills and briefings is what E2P Media is going to be offering to businesses and enterprise customers. Huge deal, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're a business owner, you definitely want to stay tuned for that, because that is going to help the daily operations inside your business. If you run an office, especially if you have an office, or if you have a warehouse, if you have conference rooms and you want to put out information, or if you want people to be able to have the luxury of controlling items with voice. For example, telling Alexa to start the meeting, right? And it starts the video conference. Telling Alexa to control the lights in the office, control different automated systems, just like Alexa at home, right? Telling Alexa to turn it on and off the lights, or telling Alexa to turn the TV on or off. Very similar to that, but on a business scale, on an enterprise scale. So Amazon just rolled this out last week, ladies and gentlemen. We were one of the first companies that were listening, basically tuned in. So we got the notification that this is now available as developers. Of course, we get the inside news. So we're going to be taking total advantage of that. Amazon Alexa for business. So the reason why I'm talking about Alexa so much, right? This is happened to be the road that we're taking. Google has a product that I'm sure you're familiar with called Google Home, right? Now, there's something going on. This was just published yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Google is working to fix a bug that's causing home minis, the little mini ones, to crash at a high volume, right? Now, if you have a Google Home Mini, there's different songs that'll make it crash, make it shut down and restart, which can be very inconvenient. But Google's been working on a few months to get this bug fixed. This is not a new thing, right? The hardware team has diligently been working to fix this. They have a list of issues that's been hitting devices around the company's Pixel 2 event in October, another one. This one is really becoming a pain. I don't own a Google Home, right? I don't own a Google Home Mini, so I'm not personally familiar with this bug. But I'm getting this information from the tech world, so I'm sharing it with everybody else. Be mindful and just be knowledgeable of, the issue that's happening with the Google Home. Now, the problem doesn't appear to be a universal one, right? It was tested on a Home Mini device and it didn't crash, right? The issue is widespread enough that the company has started soliciting crash reports from the users through the Google Home app. So if it's serious enough, or if it's making enough of a noise for Google to solicit feedback from the app, that lets you know that, hey, it's affecting enough users, right? For some, the problem only appears to be occurring when a select set of songs are chosen, and a number causing the system, like I said before, to shut down and reboot. The easy fix for the moment is just to keep the volume down. Right now, with my Alexa Dot, I haven't had any problem playing music at high volumes. You know, it doesn't get that loud anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Or playing, I mostly play like talk radio or podcast on it anyway. But when we do play music with it, haven't had any issues. So the Alexa Dot is the Google Home's competitor, right? So I'm just happy to know that, you know, we're on the right track because I haven't experienced or heard any news about there being problems with the Alexa Dot or the Alexa with the Amazon Dot running the Alexa app. So that's that, ladies and gentlemen. That's the news for today. Google Home is working on fixing that problem. Not a big deal, right? So my question for you today, the question of the day, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you are using a voice controlled product such as Google Home or Amazon Alexa, Amazon Echo, right? Which one are you using? If you're using, or are you using, like I use Siri for my iPhone, right? I use Siri for my computers. Now, do you use any voice activated or voice controlled applications? And which ones are you using? And if not, why? That's the question of the day. So my recommendation for you, ladies and gentlemen, is if you're not, I encourage you to get familiar, especially if you're in business, get familiar with the voice activated services, ladies and gentlemen. Get familiar with with voice technology. It is becoming a very, 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 very big deal. And I don't want you to miss out on this. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Elite Pierre. Thank you so much for listening. I do appreciate your time, energy, and effort for tuning into the E2P Media Business Talk Radio Show. We'll see you on the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in tomorrow where we have Miss Tabitha Anderson from Louisville, Kentucky. Well, actually from Fort Knox, Kentucky, right outside of Louisville. I know she works at Louisville. She works at Fort Knox. I believe she lives somewhere in that area. Not sure if she lives on the installation. Most people don't. I know when I was stationed there a few years back, we didn't live on the installation. We lived off the installation. But tune in, ladies and gentlemen. She is owner of an amazing jewelry company, ladies and gentlemen. I want y'all to tune into this episode. It's going to be phenomenal. Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be interviewing her about her butterfly bling. Butterfly bling is the name of her company. You can get more information about her on our website, e2pmedia.com/podcast. Definitely tune in, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be an amazing episode. We want you to be interactive. Prepare any questions that you may have after looking at her bio and looking at her website and enjoying the conversation on facebook.com/E2P Talk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's our time. So we'll see you on the next episode. Have a good day.